Ooh, welcome back to the best weight loss podcast in the world. I'm one of your tall, dark, and handsome hosts, the fatty Danny himself, Danny Mabley. To my right, I have the Italian stallion, John Arpino.
How you doing?
I am doing well, my friend. We have a fun one for you today, folks. We're going to be talking about the gym and weight loss. And what I mean by that is through the years of me being on social media, I've had a ton of questions about specifically training, the gym, supplements, according to weight loss. And I feel like there's a ton of misconceptions. A lot of people think, different things. And so, as always, we're going to clear some things up for you. But at the end of the day, do whatever
You want to do?
Amen, brother.
I'm playing with this mic, my bad.
Yeah, stop it. Don't let it swang.
It just keeps swinging in my face.
Then tighten that. Something.
It's okay.
Well, mine's not swinging. The swinging.
You got a swinger over here. Or with the die.
I don't even know if that's.
Yep, that's how you do it.
We should be done. Okay, cool. Shit. You fucking threw me off. All right, so let's start out with how soon after you started losing weight did you go to the gym?
I mean, I was instantaneously in the gym.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wasn't sure, to be honest.
Yeah. No, pretty much from Jump Street. I mean, so after I code blue to my house, and I decided, I was given the second chance, yada, yada, yada. We went over that in the first episode. I was thrown into a pulmonary rehab facility. So, it was just circuit training. And then after I had that like self-reflection talk and basically understood that like in that situation, that place was not a place for me to grow as far as like in my weight loss journey. That's when I decided to make the switch into a regular gym. But from jump, like I always had a trainer. Even to this day, I have a trainer. So that's just like my personal preference because I'm the type of person I'll walk into a gym and I'll know what to do. You know what I mean? But like my mind wanders and I'll find myself just not doom scrolling, but just like daydreaming instead of working out, So I need that body double next to me being like, hey, do this, do this, do this. But I've been in the gym since pretty much day one.
Sweet. Yeah.
What about you?
It was the same for me too. Like I honestly started the gym almost before I started nutrition.
Yeah.
I worked out when I was a teenager. We had access through my school, like part of the gym. Physical education was going to the gym that was right beside our school. And it was the gym that I would later do the majority of my transformation at. It was called The Gym. Terrible name, but not as terrible as what they turned it to, which was The Gym Eternal.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, they just slapped on Eternal onto it. And we're like, that's a good idea.
That's a great name.
Yeah, so not ideal, but it was actually a great gym. I met a lot of friends there. Met a lot of people I grew up with went to that gym, and I started going with my coworker who helped me with my weight loss journey when I started all this stuff. And I remember when I would go to the gym and when I started posting my stuff for accountability on Instagram, one of the constant comments or DMs I would get, and this would continue all throughout my journey, is you shouldn't be training, you should be doing cardio.
Yeah, I would get
And that is the most load crock of shit that you can ever listen to.
Absolutely.
Ever.
I agree.
I didn't do cardio for the majority of my first 100 pounds lost. Like I walked, I got steps in, but I didn't do like on the treadmill, on the elliptical, on the Stairmaster. The most I did was maybe 50 minutes of sitting bike during like my warm-ups to go to the gym or like to work out.
I couldn't do cardio, period. I was too big to fit on anything or,
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to listen to this and be in that state of like, dude, moving my body hurts. And I've been there 100%, was recently there about 6 months ago. And so the idea that you have to do cardio to lose weight or it's going to be significant or that it's going to be better than weight training is literally BS. It's not true. Not only is it actually worse off because you're not building any lean muscle,
correct,
at least significant. You're going to get some lean muscle just by doing something rather than nothing, but you're going to get so much more by adding resistance to the training that you're doing, aka lifting weights or doing machines even. Like people seem to think that, you see everyone online doing dumbbells and barbells and all this like heavyweight stuff. That is a great thing to get into once you maybe have that goal or want to do that.
Yeah.
But if you're already wanting to do that, then do it for sure.
Absolutely.
What I'm want to kind of point out is that if you're starting out and you're a little bit nervous, I know gym anxiety is a real struggle for a lot of people who probably listen to this podcast. Start with just doing like a machine circuit.
Mhm.
Like do a full body machine workout 3 days a week.
Yep.
Put on your headphones. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't look at anyone else. Look at this machine. Read the instructions on it. It'll literally explain to you how to do it.
Mhm.
And the easiest way I can teach people how to do exercises properly, especially with machines, because they'll do half the work for you, is if you're doing biceps, make sure you're feeling it majority in your biceps. If you're doing triceps, make sure you're feeling it majority, either way, in your triceps. Um, if you're not feeling it in the muscle that you're actually working, adjust,
Yep.
right? Like you want to make sure you're feeling the squeeze and the stretch in the muscle that you're supposed to be working. Now, of course, if you're doing a chest press, you might feel it in different, you might feel a little bit of your shoulders, a little bit of your triceps, but the majority of the movement that you should feel is in your chest. So if you look at it, or if you go into it with that mindset, it's going to be really easy to know what to do and to get results in the gym. Now, do I think everyone needs to do the gym? No. But do I think everyone should? Yes. Right? Like there's some people out there that maybe it's just not for them. It's not something that interests them. It's not something that, the results of the gym isn't something that they aspire to. Like getting, shaping your body, or
Yeah.
or getting or growing lean mass, or getting stronger. Like if those things don't interest you, then maybe it's not for you. Look for another activity that has a result or gives you a result that you desire. Right. Um, yeah, I think, you know, everyone just makes the gym such a have to thing. And I fall victim to this too when I was doing my stuff. I was like, you have to get in the gym. And if you can, I think you should. But there's a small portion of people out there that I think if you are constantly chasing something you feel terrible about, just like in your everyday life with anything else, it's just not going to be something that's sustainable for you. Just like
Absolutely.
nutrition. So find something that you enjoy, dedicate yourself to it, make it so that you can achieve small goals, that you can get better. Don't do something that you can't really like take anywhere. Like make
Mhm.
sure it's something you can grow with, because as you grow in your journey, you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna need to push yourself. And so having an activity that you can push yourself in at the same time is gonna be a lot easier, a lot more enjoyable. Achieving small goals along the way is key, right? But yeah, that as far as like what you need to do, truthfully, at the end of the day is nothing. But what you should do is definitely find an activity. And if you do enjoy the gym, even a little bit, and also it can be something that you grow into. Like you might not enjoy it right away, but then all of a sudden 2 months down the road, you're like, oh, this is really cool. So give yourself some time before you decide like, nah, this is just isn't for me. But really put your effort into it, and pay attention, and do the things that make you happy. And that's
Absolutely.
going to be something that you can take on for a long time.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of it also, like a lot of people have gym anxiety because they don't know what to expect when they first walk into a gym. And I have to be really honest with you because I was definitely one of those people. I felt like every single pair of eyes was on me every time I walked into the gym, like I was a zoo animal. But I found more support and more community from going to the gym than I found in other avenues in my life. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was always the biggest guy, the strongest guy in the gym coming up to me and being like, "Hey dude, I see you here every day. Like keep it up. You're inspiring me." Like blah 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 blah. And that hits a different way. You know what I mean? When you're actually able to involve yourself in that community, in that camaraderie, it makes the journey way more palatable, first of all. And you're going to look forward to your workouts because that was a huge thing for me. Like there was a point in time where I absolutely dreaded going to the gym. You know, when I first started my weight loss journey, there were times where I told people I was going to the gym and I was sleeping in the parking lot of the gym. I was going to the gym. I wasn't going inside. You know what I mean? But once I found my clique, my people in the gym, it became it became such a better experience overall. Like I wanted to reach my goals. You know what I mean? Like at one point in time, like there was definitely a portion of my life where like I wanted to do all of these things, but at the end of the day, I didn't truly believe that these things were possible. Like I always thought every goal that I ever set was just so far beyond what I could reach. And being in that kind of environment brought me back to reality a bit and showed me what was truly possible, you know? And it made my once I remember once I hit my first goal, I don't remember what it was, but whatever it was, once I hit that first goal, and, like, I remember looking at Steve, my trainer, and being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that I did this." And he was just like, "Bro, like, everyone believed that you could do it. You were the only one who didn't believe you could do it." You know? And that unlocked something in my brain that was just like, "Oh my god, these are my people I need to be around." You know what I mean? Like, so definitely a community to be had. Don't let gym anxiety in that first couple months of your journey be the reason why you don't pursue the next part.
Yeah. Yeah, the other reason I would say people tend to have anxiety is they think, like, everyone's gonna look at them as, like, the person who's, like, big in the gym,
Right.
you know? And I will say that if people are looking at you, 99% of them are stoked to see you.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know. I know I've seen some videos of people taking it the wrong way as far as like, well, like I'm just like everyone. No, you're not.
No, yeah, and that's okay.
Like you're not right now,
Right.
but the idea that people are happy for you because you're a bigger person in the gym shouldn't be something that you use to victimize yourself with, because there's there's like way worse stuff you'd be worrying about,
Yeah,
but two, like that's in a way your mind trying to keep you where you are.
absolutely.
It's it's an excuse that you're probably using because the change of what's normal and the comfortable is hard, man.
Mhm.
It's difficult. And it's not just you that's going to work against you, it's your subconscious that's going to work against you.
All the time.
It's your body that's going to work against you. So you have to be aware and be able to um, d- be discerning in what
That was good.
truly
That was a good
is
word.
what truly is against you and what maybe is something you're using as a crutch.
Mhm.
And so, not that, people don't experience real anxiety. Like I do. We both do.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
this is, this is not, we're not coming from a place of like everything's great for us. We don't know what we're talking about. I personally have not had much gym anxiety. I did experience it when I came back the latest time on my journey.
Okay.
And that was the first time in life actually. And it's just because I was at my heaviest. I felt weak. And because of that, I was like, and honestly though, it was an ego thing.
I
Like
was just gonna say that.
it was more so like I know what I'm doing, but now I feel like people are looking at me like, "Oh, good for you, dude."
Yep.
Like, good to see you. Like, and I'm like, "No, I've been in here,"
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And so it's less from like a worrying about what people are thinking to my own ego.
Yeah. And
And
then at
so,
the end of the day, it's your own ego that's gonna get you every single time, right? So, like, me coming off of, everything that just happened in the past year and finally getting back into the gym after a year of not lifting, like, ego gets the best of you and you think you're just gonna, lift the same way you lifted beforehand. And then like I get to the gym and I can't even rep out like 20-pound dumbbells. And I'm so hard on myself. You know what I mean? Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, everyone here thinks that I'm super weak. Meanwhile, nobody's looking at me. No one has any idea that I'm even like breathing the same air as them. But like I'm sitting there and I'm just like, you're better than this. You've been better than this. Like you're terrible. And it's your own subconscious, your own the little voice in your head that you can't get to shut the fuck up. That's the one that's going to be on top of you all the time. And the more you get to silence it, the more you get control of it, the better off you're going to be. Because anxiety does suck. It can control your life, but the gym is going to help you alleviate so much of the war that's going on up here.
mhm. Yeah, absolutely. We're 15 episodes into this podcast, and I have not asked very much from the listeners or you watching on YouTube at all. So we're gonna get to the point now at episode 15 where we ask you guys some stuff. So, for example, if you listen to this podcast and you like it, please leave us a 5-star review. Let us know what you think of it. Leave your comments to suggest future topics. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like. And if you're new and you're not subscribed to the channel, we upload videos every week of the podcast. So hit the subscribe button, and we'd love to have you a part of the community. Um, that's all I'm asking. It's totally free, but it helps support and grow this podcast. So appreciate you.
Hell yeah, brother. Please like, subscribe, do the things.
But anyways, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, so the gym, get to it. Activity, get to it. I mean, even just starting out, like step count is probably like the most universal, like everyone can do. I mean, unless you're starting at a very high weight, where like, because I've been there where even walking hurts.
Yeah.
Just do what you can. Like even if you have to go for walks and sit down, then go for walks and sit down, or like Um, do a sit down bike, like so it's less impact. Find something that's
When you say sit down bike, you mean recumbent bike, right?
a bike that you sit down on and you pedal.
Well, I mean, most bikes you sit on and pedal. You're talking about the one with the seat back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I still use. I
Yeah.
only ride that.
I didn't know there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's one that you kind of like are. I guess yeah, you sit.
So on this episode, we're gonna explain how bikes
I
work.
don't know. I feel like you're standing when you're doing the other ones where your feet are down. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, yeah, I guess you're right. The one that you sit and chill. Yeah.
I just want to let you know that you just shit about 12 years of cardio that I've done. The one that you just sit and chill. Yeah, that's what we did.
It's still
I know.
it works.
You're breaking chop. No, it does. It does.
Um, the other one that doesn't hurt your booty and your gooch. Yeah.
Mhm. That one.
Yeah, that one.
It's a good one.
Um, yeah, that's what I'd start. I used to play my Nintendo Switch on one of those things
Yeah, bro. To this day,
for like
that's my
hours.
favorite form of cardio.
And you just all of a sudden you're like, whoa, yeah, been on here for an hour and a half.
Mhm.
Shout out to those days. Now I can't keep my attention on something for unless it's work, which is hilarious because that used to be the opposite.
Yeah.
I used to be like, I can't get off the game to work, and now I can't get off to work the game.
That was deep.
I talked to my brother the other day. Well, I talked to him today, but we talked the other day about. Cause he was like, dude, why don't you come play this with us? And I was like, yeah, when's the last time I've been on Xbox? He was like, I will tell you. And he like, cause he was already on, and he went, and he was like, 72 days ago.
Oh
And I
my
was like,
God.
holy shit. I've just been in grind mode, man. Health and wealth is the focus. And so,
But I actually, I do want to speak to the listeners really quick who are just starting out, and maybe they are the type that cardio hurts,
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Just break it down to an even smaller level, guys. Like, you don't need to leave your house, right? Like, I know that this is gonna sound almost borderline dumb, but if you just got up and you walked back and forth in your own house over and over again 30 times, and you did that every 2 hours, that's still cardio. That's still movement.
Mhm.
You do not even need to leave the confines of your home. So, like, take that into account and just know that, like, you don't have to overthink this, right? Because that's what a lot of us do when we start off. We want to go in, feet first, ready to rumble, yada, yada, yada. But you're taking on way too much,
Mhm.
and you don't need to do that, right?
Mhm.
So just know small changes always, always, always lead to big improvements, no matter what level you're at. So keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your head. You don't have to go out and go get a gym membership tonight. You don't need to, go get P90X or DDPY or whatever. Start off small. Just walk your hallways in your own house. Go
Yeah.
from there.
But speaking of DDPY, we were just talking about that today.
Yeah.
If you're starting out, they have, because I personally subscribe to the program just because I'm a fan of DDP. If you don't know it,
Shout out
he's
to
got his
DDP.
page.
That's my man.
John's met him and talked to him. He has specific programs for people who are like bedridden.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you're starting out and like, dude, like walking isn't an option,
Mm-hmm.
there's options for you
Absolutely.
out there. Like that's the thing is like at the end of the day, there's literally something for everyone. It's just up to you to do enough work to find out what is actually going to work for you. You have to look. Like if you're like, oh, this didn't work, and you just give up. Like, yeah, like you might have to look 5 more times, and then you finally find the thing that works, and all of a sudden it changes your fucking life.
Yep.
Like it's like that meme of the guy chipping at the miner.
Oh,
And
yes.
the guy under him, and he
Yes,
stops
yep.
like one short away from all the diamonds
From
and
all the diamonds.
treasures, and the other guy gets the gold.
That's right.
You might be one chip away, and then you quit. Not good.
Not good.
Okay. Um, Another one of the very, very common questions I would get, and I think this has to do with like the old mindset of like it helps or it makes you gain water weight, is creatine
Mm.
while working out. Everyone should be taking creatine.
Yes. It's the
It's
most
it's
studied
as far as
supplement of all time.
supplements, it's the cheapest, it's the most studied of all time. It has many, many benefits. They find more benefits of it
Every
every year.
Ah, every
Um, like it used to be just it helps you get a few more reps out, which is then, of course, in turns makes it so you are using more weight, which in turn makes you gain more muscle faster over time. And now they're seeing cognitive benefits of it.
Mhm.
Like, it's just a great, fantastic supplement, and all you need is creatine monohydrate, 5 grams a day. And it's hard to remember that, so do the best you can. But there is I think it's 25 to 30% or something around there of people who just don't respond to it.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
like just non-responders.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah. Shout out to Jeff Nippard. He taught me that.
Hmm.
Um,
So how would someone know if it's not respond I mean, I'm not trying to ask a dumb question, but how would you know it's
yeah.
not responding?
I mean, I would take it for 2 weeks, see if you feel any changes, stop, see if you see any changes, then take it for 2 weeks again. And if you're like, I don't feel nothing, then maybe it's not worth it for you.
Okay.
But for me, I literally noticed a difference in my strength when I
Right.
take it. Like within a week, I'll do like 1 or 2 more reps of the same weight. Like, even if it's placebo,
Right.
like maybe I am a non-responder,
Mhm.
the placebo is working enough for me.
Like
You know what I mean?
elevator close button. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so the water weight that you could gain from creatine is just water weight. Like
Oh, yeah.
it's people seem to think it might like stop their progress. Like
Mm.
absolutely not. It's and anything that's going to make if you're going to the gym while losing weight, it's going to make your progress greater over time. So especially if you have years ahead of you in your journey, just add it to your regimen. See if it works for you. See if it does anything for you. Try to keep track and notice little things.
I put in my
Go from there.
overnight oats.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Mm.
hmm, hmm,
Mm.
hmm,
Mm. I'm tired of drinking powders, man.
hmm.
That everything is so it's just yeah. So
It's either
I'm just
powders
like
or pills.
yeah, so I'm just like, "Yeah, just toss it in there."
Don't clip that.
Don't clip that as if he's not the one who clips the videos.
Um, yeah, but yeah, creatine, don't even literally worry about the water weight thing at all.
No.
It's negligent. It doesn't matter. Other than that, we talked about supplements before. We'll just do a quick overview. Realistically, you don't need any at all to
Correct.
lose weight. If you're going to the gym and you have certain performance goals, there's some that can aid you, like pre-workout, um, and protein. And protein really is only if you're not getting your protein from your diet, which you should be. But if for some reason you're just like, hey, I just struggled to hit my protein,
Yeah.
which John does a little bit.
Yes.
And so introducing protein powder just to make it a bit easier for yourself. Anything that you can do to get your mind focused less on what you have to do to hit your goals, to eat right, and all that kind of stuff is going to be easier for you in the long run.
Yeah.
Like, you only have so much mental capacity, right? You only have so much stress that you can hang with.
Bandwidth for those in the corporate world. You only have so much
Yeah, you only have so much bandwidth. So if you're worried about every little detail, I mean, you're just going to burn yourself out.
Yeah, and you're gonna just be in that constant cycle of psyching yourself out and overthinking and then paralysis by analysis, and then guess what? You end up on the couch in front of the TV with a bag of Cheetos in front of you and you know oh, I'm sorry. Was that
Damn
too
it.
was that
Damn it. Yeah, no, it's 100% true. At the end of the day, like, we said it before, but that's the thing about this stuff is like, it's
is
the
it
same,
repetitive?
it's the
Yes.
same stuff said differently. But the idea is maybe one of these just connects with you more than the other.
Correct.
But that's literally all that life goals that you have is doing boring things consistently over time.
Over and over and over again and trying to find some way to liven them up a little bit.
Yeah, but that's what separates the Tom Brady's from the Jared Goffs of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just threw shit at
That
Jared
was
Goff.
that was crazy.
Is that his name actually?
No, it is. You did it right.
Oh, okay.
That was the wild as it was comparison.
Is he a Colt? It was.
Now, I don't know what
Where's
he
Goff
is.
at? He's not great, right?
He's what?
I could be somebody could be raging.
Raising right now.
Fuck no.
Is he he's not a Charger.
I can't remember. Someone Google Jared Goff. Um, if you're a Jared Goff fan, I
I'm
apologize.
really sorry.
Who's just the first like non-meaningful quarterback I can think of.
Oh, the Detroit Lions. Wow, that was
Oh,
terrible, and they're really good right now.
Wait. Okay, wait.
Maybe you should clip that
Look
one.
at one of the oh, I have his card. This is what separates the Tom Brady's from the Trey Lances of
Okay, there you go. That was
okay.
good.
But he got injured, so I feel bad. But
That's good.
or the
Nope. No more football
look
references.
at the top 5 worst quarterbacks of all time. Let me see this.
All right.
Because that's the thing, like Tom Brady says, like what separates him from the people, other quarterbacks, is like he is willing to do the same shit constantly, over and over, and have discipline and show up when others won't. And so you need to be the Tom Brady of your life.
So yeah, so like Tom Brady and Mark Sanchez. It's really a shame that Tim Tebow made this list.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
You know, hey,
Greg
I
McElroy,
love me some Jesus, but that man is an interesting one.
Danny Cannell. He's rated the all-time worst QB ever.
Danny Cannell. I don't know
Yeah,
what that is.
yeah, he's from 1996. He was the 130th pick in the 1996 draft.
Cool. Love how you're saying that, looking away from your mic. You're like, yeah.
So if there's anybody out there who wants a new podcast partner,
I think his name Danny. Come on, Danny's, get it together. Why can't they be more like Danny Trejo? Danny's Tacos. You know what I mean? Love that guy. Take a lap, Machete. Take a lap. You take a lap. Take a lap. You take a lap. Take a lap. You want to fight about it?
we could take it outside.
What's that word you used for fight the other day?
Scrap?
No. I used a very Italian word.
Did I? For fight?
Yeah.
Beaten?
They got into a kerfuffle.
I don't know. No, you a Boutadel?
Yeah, there you
go. There you go. There you
I was like, no, it's very specific.
Yeah, Boutadel. Yeah.
John is.
I can't wait to see what the captions do for that one.
And John has introduced me to a world of words I never knew existed.
Yeah, he learned agita this week.
Agita.
See, but you use it right. Buddy, that was good. That was good.
Sounds like the itis almost.
It's what happens after the
Yeah. It's like, got the itis. Oh, now I got the agita.
Yep. Yeah, that's many a Friday nights for me.
Yo, shout out to any other Italian Americans that listen to this podcast. They're gonna be like, eh!
Listen, I will forever represent the Italian Americans losing weight because it is a struggle out here for us.
Honestly, dude, true. Like, respect, because yeah, it's just the food is so a part of the culture.
Yeah, man.
You know, like we think the regular whites, we think that food is part of all culture.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
It's not. It's not. We're fake. We're fake. Yeah, but I love it.
I want to smack you.
Why?
I love you. I love you.
You're the one who told
Called me Caucasian.
I said us.
You said the whites.
The regular white.
Oh,
You totally missed what I said.
the regular one.
I said us regular white.
Got you.
Yeah, as
Understood.
the regular.
Thank you.
Which that sounds terrible to say out loud. We're leaving it in, baby. The regular whites for the regular. You got the regular whites.
Not like you mashed potato eating regular white.
We put olive oil and salt and pepper on our potatoes.
We get potato croquettes as a side for no reason.
You eat white bread? We eat
Semolina.
is that the
Semolina.
flour? Semolina flour? Isn't that like wasn't that like a healthier or something?
Yeah. Semolina bread.
Here,
It's Italian bread that's a little yellow.
shout out to sourdough, man.
Sourdough changes the game, bro. The game.
I used to make fun of it, and now I'm like, kind of need to find me a sourdough baddie in my life. You know what I mean? You know they're going to therapy.
You know they want chickens.
They're getting their mental health in order. We love it. We love a mental health focused person.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about. Making good, delicious sourdough that doesn't spike your glucose.
Absolutely. So if you're a sourdough baddie who's looking for an eligible bachelor, let me introduce you.
At the end, you know.
Let me introduce you to the fatty daddy himself. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Danny Mabley.
Oh man, this is good. Yeah, I think you know what we usually push to 40, but I think that naturally is a good place to leave it.
You want to leave right here?
I think so. Unless you have something else
You just want to set it down?
I mean, yeah, we're 36. I can't. My eyes. 35.
35?
You got something to say? You got something to say, Johnny boy?
No.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, I'm watching the fish screensaver on my Roku. I'm starting to lose focus. So on that note, thank you guys for listening to the podcast or watching on YouTube. Make sure you do what you need to do and show us the love in any way you see fit. And until next time,
Stay beautiful.
stay healthy,
Stay sexy.
stay accountable.
Bye.
Deuces.